The Suiko VS-1 has a special feature called Vocal Drive, which we're talking about today. For Vocal Drive, you sing into the device through a mic and it registers what note that is. A little red light will appear above the note you're singing on, and you can use the output to then project an instrument based on your voice. For instance, I can select the koto sound, sing in with the ra sound, and the koto will come out on the ra pitch. So let's go ahead and walk through some demos on how to use this. For this first demo, I've attached a microphone to the mic input. I'm selecting the microphone input level to just the right spot. If it's too high, it'll clip. If it's too low, it won't register appropriately. So selecting the mic input is important to get this to register the appropriate notes. You can see the light above the note that I'm hitting, and then you can use the little tuning scale to see how flat or sharp you are and adjust. I then turn on the vocal drive feature, sing, and you can hear the sound coming out. The output of the device, of course, pales in comparison to the beauty of my voice, but we have what we have. Ooh. Ooh. He. Ooh. He. Now, a couple notes on the way Vocal Drive works. One, you can switch scales. When you switch scales, you're telling it to trigger on the notes within that scale. Two, when Vocal Drive is turned on, you can no longer press the buttons on the keyboard to get sound out, aka you can't play at the same time that you're doing the Vocal Drive. Three, just generally, as I've talked about in other videos, the VS-1 allows you to do sequence recording, so you can record buttons that you press on the sequencer. As it so happens, you can also record your singing. Note that this doesn't record the raw audio of the singing, but rather the Vocal Drive version. So you record it with Vocal Drive, it's playing an instrument, it records that played instrument, and you can continuously play that back. This was a nice way to allow you to get a recording of your instructor, play it back over and over, and practice along with it. Now for this next demo, let's go ahead and try using songs as inputs. For all of these demos, I'm going to go ahead and play audio from my computer into the mic input of the device. You can use the line input, but I haven't had great luck with that. Also note that per song and sometimes per section, you need to play around with the mic input to make sure that it matches the levels coming in from the computer. For this first one, let's just go ahead and take a look at changing the reverb and the instrument for the output as the song plays. Now I'm going to play an instrumental song to demo that it doesn't do a great job picking it up with the vocal drive. The device does great when you've got singer-songwriter, but less so when you've got 5 instruments piled on top of each other doing shoegaze. Now we move to a song with vocals in it, and you'll notice that the vocal drive picks up the vocals great and less so the instruments. When they're mixed together and it gets a little muddled, the vocal drive kind of drops out. And for our final experiment, I've been asked many times before if this device can do MIDI. No, but we do have an option. You can create your MIDI track, assign an instrument, play it through the output into the device, and use the vocal drive. You need to ensure that the voice you're using from your DAW into the device is something that will get picked up by the vocal drive, but if you do, voila, kind of basic MIDI function. I'll show a little demo of me doing the very basic functionality of this, but it takes a lot of experimentation, so have fun.